My grandmother was literally, as they say, late to her own funeral. Yeah, my whole family is staring at a hole in the ground, and Grandma is nowhere to be found. So we called the hearse driver, and she told us, I'm so sorry. I meant to go south on Route 95 instead of north. I'll be there in about an hour. An hour? Well, we had a minister ready, and he had stuff he had to get to. So he told us, I can't wait. I've got to go ahead and start. And so the minister began, and we waited, and we waited, and then he got to the part where he had to commit Grandma's body to the ground, and he said, I really can't continue from here. And so we waited, and eventually this bearded lady hearse driver pulled up in a pinstripe suit. Yeah, a bearded lady hearse driver, complete with mustache, and a pretty nice one, I might add. She gets out, brandishing a script in her hand, and she says, I'm sorry I'm late, but I've delivered the deceased, and I'm ready to do the ceremony. Do the ceremony? My mom, her normally calm facade, is now showing a few cracks. She says, wait a minute, we've already got a minister, and he's halfway done. The bearded lady hearse driver in the pinstripe suit, she says, no, you don't understand, it's a package deal. You're gonna have to pay for it either way. And she says, it's my first time, but I really feel I'm ready. My mom assures her that we're just fine without her. And you know, from there, with the funeral, it really went off without a hitch. But I tell you that true story to make a point. Christian, are you late to your own funeral? I mean, have you witnessed your own death? Have you signed your death certificate? One of the biggest truths in Christianity that is so often neglected is not the fact that Jesus died for us. Sure, we know that. We hang crosses around our necks and we say, Jesus died for me, Jesus died for me. But one of the biggest, most neglected truths is that we died with Jesus, that we were buried with Him and raised with Him and seated in heavenly places with Him, that we've been united together with Him in death. Do you realize how final that is? Do you realize that people don't come back from a place of burial apart from a miracle? And Jesus came back and He brought us back with Him. There's a newness within us, a heart surgery, a DNA swap. The fact that He said, I will take out your heart of stone and give you a new living heart. I'll give you a new heart and a new spirit, and I will put my spirit within you. But it all begins with a death. How many sermons have you heard about dying with Jesus? How many messages over your Christian life have you heard about being crucified with Christ? You know, it's a neglected truth, but it is a most important truth. It will change the way we look at ourselves, the way we look at temptation. What does it mean to be dead to sin, to have died to sin, to not be made for it anymore, to be on a new road with a new destiny, but also to have a new source within us. All of this resurrection life, all of this living from Christ, it began with a death, our death. Don't be late to your own funeral like my grandma. Have you witnessed the truth of Romans 6:6? Your old self has died. You're walking in a newness of life now. You're not made for sin anymore. Your heart, the Bible even says, we became obedient from the heart. That says a lot about you, that new heart that you have, doesn't it? So, Christian, we sign our death certificate. We realize our resurrection. And this, well, this changes everything.